Okay, for this quick Pilates and pelvic floor video, you're gonna need just a small ball. And what I recommend is if you have a Pilates ball that you can let a little bit of the air out. Most of them have a little plug, of course. So I'm just taking the plug out and just deflating it till it's about halfway full. And I'm gonna put your plug back in. And then a resistance band of some sort, a TheraBand is fine. That is a long band that I would use for a pull-off press, but just a long resistance band is great. Okay, so we're just gonna start in sitting with some diaphragmatic breathing. So I want you to sit, take the flesh out from underneath your sit bones, close your eyes, and I want you to think about stacking. Pelvis over sit bones, rib over pelvis, head over rib. So we're not leaning forward, we're not slumping back, we're sitting nice and tall on our sit bones and just stacking up. And then just relax your hands on your thighs and start taking deep breaths into your rib cage. So we're inhaling, allowing the rib cage to expand. Exhale, just let everything fall back into place. And with every inhale, just envision that 360-degree expansion. So your rib cage expands, your diaphragm drops down, belly relaxes, pelvic floor relaxes. And as you exhale, find that just a little bit of contraction. Pelvic floor pulls up, core pulls up and in on your exhale. So inhale, we expand. Exhale, we find just a little bit of squeeze and lift here. And just take 3 more breaths on your own, just like that. And after the third one, you can slowly blink your eyes open. And I want you to take your small ball and we're gonna sit on it. We're gonna put it right underneath our bottom. And so I'm just gonna move my legs out of the way so y'all can see. I'm just sitting directly on it and then I'm crossing my legs. And it's gonna feel a little bit weird at first. I want you to just try to relax into it. And I want you to feel your pelvic floor dropping around the ball. And then check in with yourself. Are you squeezing and holding tension in your pelvic floor, whether that's your abs, your actual pelvic floor, your buttocks? Just try to relax it all. So just kind of sit here for just a second and find your breath again. So we're just inhaling and feeling our pelvic floor wrap around this ball and then just exhaling. A little bit of squeeze and lift. So inhale, my pelvic floor sort of drops into the ball. Exhale, a little bit of squeeze and lift here. And see with each inhale, can you just relax a little bit more around the ball? Now I want you to just lean forward, take the ball back out and just sit back on your sit bones and just feel, do you feel a little bit more space there? Can you feel like your sit bones are a little bit wider? All right, we're gonna go onto our back and we're gonna take our ball with us. And first I just want you to relax on your back and make sure your pelvis is not too arched and it's not too tucked here. We're in a very neutral spinal position here. And I want you to take your ball and just place it underneath your feet. And we're just gonna push out a little bit on the ball and then pull in. You may have to adjust your feet on it a little bit, where I'm not even going all the way out. I'm just kind of getting some range of motion. You can go all the way out and then pull in. So I'm watching my pelvic position and making sure I'm not arching when I'm doing this. And I want you to start thinking, inhale as we push out. Exhale using your core and pelvic floor to pull the ball in. Pelvis is neutral. Inhale, push out. Exhale, finding that strength, core and pelvic floor. We're just going to do one more of these. Inhale, push out. Exhale, using that core and pelvic floor to pull in. Now we're going to move the ball a little bit higher. So we're going to actually put it underneath our sacrum now. So find it underneath your sacrum. And then just relax onto it for a second. And we're gonna tilt our pelvis down. So if you think about your pubic bone going down towards the mat, And then we're gonna tilt it up. So if you had a little bowl of water here, you would be spilling that water down towards the mat and then spilling it towards your belly button. So we're gonna inhale as we arch down. Exhale, find that connection, core and pelvic floor, as we sort of tuck up. Inhale, arch down. Exhale, find that connection, that's zipping up here. One more, inhale down. Exhale, gather that connection. Now I just want you to do some little circles over the ball. So this takes a lot of coordination. I don't want you to think about contracting anything. Just make sure you're not holding your breath. So I'm going kind of in a counterclockwise position. You may have started clockwise, that's fine. We're gonna reverse it in just a second. So I'm just thinking about a circle. Like if my tailbone was a pencil, it's just drawing a circle on my mat. Now, when you get up to what I would say 12 o'clock or the upright position, reverse your circle. And it may feel a little bit tricky on your brain to reverse your circle. You may have one direction that feels less sticky, it feels easier. That's okay. Got 2 more circles in that direction. Working out all the kinks and finding that pelvic mobility. Once you get back to neutral, I want you to just find this neutral position and then engage your core slightly. Just feel like your hip bones are pulling in, finding a little bit of contraction through here, but one where you can keep breathing. So I'm just creating stability, and I want to keep my pelvis as still as I can and just march. Lift one leg up and then place it down and the other. And we're just marching, and my focus here is to keep that ball as still as I can. Keep that core and pelvic floor engagement while I'm breathing. And you can put your arms on your abs so you can feel them. What I don't want you to feel is them pushing out. I want you to think about them pulling in the whole time. We're finding that nice core, pelvic floor connection with mobility. One more. Even out your legs and then set both feet down. Now, you can relax for just a second and then find that connection again. Now, with that connection, you can put your arms long if you need your arms to stabilize, or you can keep your hands here for that just kind of tactile cue to remind you to use your core. And you're going to lift one leg up to what I call tabletop position. We're going to lift the other one up to meet it, but I want you to really think stability of your core here. So I don't want pushing out. I want that nice pulling in. So the hardest part of this movement is lifting the leg. So I'm really thinking, exhale, keep that core engaged as I lift the other leg up. I'm holding that nice connection. I'm trying to keep my ball still, and then I'm just going to lower my right leg and then lower my left leg. We're going to do that again. I'm going to start with my left. This time lifting left leg up. I'm keeping that nice core engagement, lifting my right leg up to meet it, holding for about 2 breaths here. Keeping that engagement, keeping my ball still, lowering one leg, then lowering the other. We're going to do that again. This time right leg up, keeping that stability, left leg up, holding, holding, right leg down, left leg down. Last one. Left leg up, keeping that pulling in sensation as I lift the other leg to meet it, holding for 2 breaths. Left leg down, right leg down. Good. Now check in with your pelvis. Make sure you haven't gone into an arch or a tuck. Find that neutral position. Engage your core. Lift your right leg up. Lift your left leg up. Now we're going to extend the right leg out. You don't have to go down very far. It's going to be more challenging the further you drop the leg. And then we're just going to switch legs. So you can just kind of kick it out on an angle if you want. Here's about a 45-degree angle. Or you can lower it down. Just see where your core is today. But I want you to check in, making sure that core is not pushing out, it's pulling in and stabilizing the whole time. And we're just switching legs. And we're breathing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Bring them back up to meet each other. Lower one leg down, then the other. Take your ball out and just tick-tock your legs for just a second, releasing any tension that you might be holding there. Good. Now we're going to practice just a little bit of a curl up here. So I really want you to think pulling your chin towards your chest, looking at your belly button, and then rolling down. In Pilates, we use the curl up a lot, and we want to make sure we're doing it the correct way. Again, we're pulling up through the core, so chin tucks first. It's like I'm peeling my head off the ground, looking down at my belly button as I'm lifting through my chest and rolling down. One more time. Chin tucking, looking down the whole time, and rolling down. Now we're going to chin tuck, just like we did, and we're going to pull one leg in while we kick the other one out. And then we're going to switch, keeping that nice, what we call C curve here. So my core is pulling up and in, and I'm actively pulling this leg towards me as I switch, 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 switch. And keep breathing, making sure you're breathing the whole time. Each time I'm thinking lift, lift, pull, pull. You should be feeling your core getting active now. One more time each side. Hug both knees in, slowly lower your head. If you want to rock your legs side to side, you can. So that single knee to chest, we're going to do double knee to chest next. So keeping your legs pulled in like this, we're going to initiate our C curve. So chin tuck, pulling up and in. Now I'm going to extend my legs out and my arms overhead. So it looks like this. I extend out and then I wrap them around, hug in as I curl up more. Extend and wrap. So I inhale, exhale, pull in. One more. Slowly lower your head, slowly bring your legs back down, and just tick-tock them across. Now we're going to take our ball and you're going to put it right underneath your left butt cheek. So got it just, I feel a little bit lopsided, right? So I'm going to straighten out that left leg. I've got my right leg bent. And I want you to just kind of feel that stretch with this ball under your hip. Allow just some elongation to happen here through your hip flexor. This is a really good stretch here. Just let your bottom sink down into the ball. Now I want you to press into your right foot and rock over the ball. So it sort of looks like this. I'm opening up and then I'm rocking back. Just getting some good hip mobility here. Up and over. Now, take that ball out from under your buttock and just relax down. And feel, does this hip feel different than the other hip? And then we're going to switch. I'm going to put that ball underneath our right hip, let that leg be nice and long, and just breathe into that side of your body, just opening it up. And then when you're ready, you can start rocking over that right hip, over that ball. Trying not to arch your back, trying not to squeeze through your back muscles, keeping those nice and relaxed. One more, and then just take that out, drop both sides, just feel the difference there between the hips. Hopefully they feel a little bit more normal now and the same. You're going to take your ball and you're going to put it in between your knees. And I want you to just find that little bit of connection so my ball doesn't fall. So I'm finding that connection in my inner thighs, my adductors. Now I want you to find that coordination in your core, and we're just going to do some bridging here. So I'm going to keep my arms long, and I want you to initiate the bridge by pressing down into your feet. So I'm going to inhale first. Exhaling, pressing into my feet as I lift my pelvic floor and core up and in, floating my sacrum up and then lowering my sacrum down, keeping that core and pelvic floor engagement all the way till I hit the ground, and then I can release. So I know I talked really slow through that, but I kind of wanted to give you all the cues first. So we're going to inhale, we're going to exhale, press through our feet, squeeze core and pelvic floor, floating sacrum up, keeping the core and pelvic floor engagement all the way to the ground, and then you can release. Inhale before we move, exhale, finding engagement, thighs, pelvic floor, core, keeping them active all the way to the ground, and then letting them go. One more, just like that, finding that lift and squeeze, keeping it as we lower down. We're going to do one more, but we're going to pulse when we get to the top. So we're going to lift all the way up, find find your top space. I can't think of the word I want to say there. Your highest lift. And then we're just going to pulse, 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 pulse. Lower halfway down and pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back all the way up and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Halfway down. This is the last one. Pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower all the way down. Take your ball out. Rock your knees side to side. Good. Now I want you to cross your right ankle over your left leg just for a little figure 4 stretch first. Before we lift up, I want you to rock side to side, just relaxing any tissue that might be holding on. And then if it feels good, you can thread your arms through, grab the back of your thigh, and get a deeper hip rotator stretch here. And just relax and breathe into this. Really letting go through that thigh there. And slowly lower that leg down, uncross, find your other cross before you pick it up, rock side to side. And then find your lift if that's where you are today. Remember, each side usually feels a little bit different. This is my tighter side. Just breathe and let that side relax. All right, slowly lower that leg down. We are going to roll over to our side. You can use your ball under your head if you'd like, or you can just prop up like this, or you can completely lower down. I'm just going to prop today. So I'm going to keep my bottom knee bent, and I'm going to straighten my top leg, and I'm just going to kick it forward with a flexed foot. I'm going to kick and then kick a little bit higher, then point it and extend it behind me. So I kick, kick, and then extend it behind me. I want you to think about your core here. We're not sinking down. I want you to find a little bit of lift here. Kick, kick, and trying to keep your pelvis. Don't let it rock back here. So trying to keep upright. You can use this hand for stability. Kick, kick, and point back. Kick, kick, point back. 2 more of these. Kick, kick, point back. On this one, once you get to the front, kick, kick, I want you to lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Point, kick it all the way back, and then find it raised and just kind of in a straight line. And we're going to lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now we're going to bend it, and we're going to elevate our feet just for some elevated clamshells. We're going to do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. If you need to stop and just rub out your hip, do that. And then I'm scooting back a little bit on my mat because I'm going to straighten both legs now. And they're sort of angled in front of me a little bit. And I want you to turn, I don't know if you can see with that strap, turn your foot out like this. And we're going to flex it up, point, down, point. And the whole time you're thinking length. I'm flexing up, but I'm pointing down like if I was drawing a big line across the wall there. flexing up, pointing down, up, down, up, down. 2 more. 1, 2. Now, I want you to keep your foot flexed and drag it up your thigh just as far as you can, and then stretch it up with a point it all the way down. So we bend and flex as we drag it up, point, down, drag, up, down. 2 more of these, and then we're going to reverse it. Up, down, last one. You should be feeling this in your leg. Keep it pointed. Up, bend. My hip just popped, and down. So we kick up with a straight leg, bend, point as high up as you can on your thigh, and drag it down your leg here. The whole time we're thinking length, keeping that core engaged. Keep breathing. And last one, good. Rub, 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 rub. All right, we're gonna flip over to the other side. You can bring your ball if you want. For your head, I'm just relocating mine. We're gonna start with our legs bent. And we're gonna start with the leg kicked out. And we're going to kick, kick, point back. Again, pelvis stays nice and still. Kick, kick, point back. Really elongating that leg the whole time. You're just thinking length, length, point. Core is engaged. Kick, kick, point. Kick, kick, point. One more. Kick, kick. Now do 10 lifts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Leg all the way back to parallel and lift for 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we're going to bring that in if you need to rub it. It's a great time. Lifting the feet for 10 elevated clamshells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lower down. Now I'm just going to scoot my bottom back. My feet are angled just a little bit. I flex my foot so they're turned out just a little bit. You can elevate this one if you want, or just keep it down. And we're going to flex up, point down. Again, finding that length. Flex up, point down. Up, down. Core is active. 4. Can we do 8? 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I want you to think, dragging that leg up, point and stretch down. Drag up. We're just going to do 5 of these. Point, stretch down. 3, 4. Last one. 5. And then when we get to the bottom, point up, bend, drag down your leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Rub, 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 rub that out. Okay, now let's go to all fours here. And I know wrists can be a little bit tricky for a lot of people, but we do want to get this. This is so good to build wrist mobility and strength and stability through our upper body. So first, I want you to just take the ball, put it between your knees, and find that just a little bit of engagement there. I know your knees are down for right now, but just finding kind of that hugging in sensation of the ball. Bringing in our inner thighs will help engage our core and pelvic floor, okay? So you're gonna be down on all fours. My toes are flexed here, and I want you to just rock back into your toes. Our feet do not get a lot of stretch and mobility in our everyday life, and we're always on them. The nerves of the feet are connected to the pelvic floor too, S2, 3, and 4. So we really want to get some mobility through our feet. So we're just rocking over them. If it feels good and you can tolerate it, start walking up. You may not be able to get all the way to here. You may just be here. That's okay. But I want you to challenge yourself and get just a little bit more stretch through your feet. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. And come out of that and just, woo, let it go. Good. Now, I'm going to find that toe action again. I wanted to prep your feet because now we're going to do some of these just lifts here. So, when we do this, I want you to inhale first. We're going to exhale as we squeeze the ball and zip up through our inner thighs, core, and pelvic floor. Just for a little bit of lift, we're going to take 2 breaths at the top and then lower down. So we're going to inhale first. Press into the ground, finding that squeeze and lift. Trying not to round through your back, keeping nice stability. I'm pulling up and in. I'm breathing, and then I lower down, and you can relax everything. We're going to do 2 more of those. I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling, finding that nice squeeze and lift and contraction, not sinking into my shoulders, keeping them nice and strong. Lower down, relax everything. Inhale again. Let's hold a little bit longer this time. Squeeze up through the inner thighs, up through the pelvic floor. Core is engaged. It is not pushing out. It is pulling up and in, giving your back support. You are breathing. You're doing great. You want to go down. Don't do it. Keep breathing. And lower down. You can tap your feet out. Good. We're going to take the ball, and because we just worked this, we're going to do a little bit of trunk rotation here. So you're going to keep your weight on your left arm. You're going to put the right hand over the ball like this, and I'm just going to thread the needle with the ball. Just gives me a little bit more mobility. Breathing into those ribs, letting your hips sink down. Feeling that good stretch. 1 more on this side. And switch. Right palm down, left palm, or back of the hand on the ball, and just roll through. Working out all the kinks. All right, we're going to take our ball, set it to the side, and we're going to grab our strap. So you can use a TheraBand for this, or mine's one of the big round straps, but if I had a TheraBand, I would just loop it around my feet and have one side in each hand. I'm just going to loop this around my feet, and we're going to sit up nice and tall, finding that length. If your hamstrings are tight, you can have a little bit of a bend in your knee, that's fine. I want you to think that pulling up and in of your core and pelvic floor, and we're slowly going to, like we had a dial right here, we're slowly going to roll down. So we're going to roll down, keeping my core engaged. Just as now thinking, and I'm doing a bad job, think about shoulders back. Roll all the way down. Once you get down, I want you to inhale. It's hard to talk and do this. Inhale. On the exhale, you're going to use your arms in your band and slowly think about our seat curve we did earlier, chin to chest, core pulling in. Think about stretching your legs long as you slowly roll up again. I'm dialing through my head, my core is pulled up. I'm going to do it a little bit faster. It's hard to talk through it and do it slow, but I wanted y'all to get the mechanics of it. So I'm going to inhale, I'm going to exhale, keeping that nice control. Shoulders back is the cue I need to remind myself. Lowering all the way down. I inhale, chin to chest, start curling up. I have to use my strap a little bit. My core needs more work. Pull, 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 pull. 3 more of these on your own time. So we're just slowly rolling back, vertebrae by vertebrae. Curling up. These are our roll-ups is what they are. 2 more. Finding that connection, looking down at my core, finding that support. Last one. As I go up, I'm sitting all the way up, nice and tall. Then I'm starting to roll, 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 roll. Inhale. Find that nice pull, that connection, come all the way up. Now, we're going to keep our strap, but we're going to lower all the way down, wrapping my strap around my foot just for a little hamstring stretch right here. Letting it go. Taking your leg out to the side, getting that nice inner thigh stretch just for a breath or two. And then crossing it over your body, which can be kind of nervy for some people, so you don't have to go deep into this. Just allowing that stretch to happen. It may happen down at your gastroc area. It may be your outer hip. Bring it back up to the hamstring. Bend that knee. Switch legs. There we go. Getting that nice hamstring stretch again. Righty and lefty may look completely different. That's okay. Keeping your foot flexed to get the back of your leg too. Back here, back behind your calf. Dropping out to the side. I like to use my other arm as like a counterbalance here. Relaxing in, letting that inner thigh stretch. Bringing it back up and then across your body. Again, respecting where you are today. Breathing into it. Bringing it back up to the middle. Just one more good hamstring stretch. Now take your strap off. Now, we're going to keep your left leg long. Find that neutral pelvis. And we're going to point our right leg up to the ceiling. And then we're going to circle. So we're going to inhale down, exhale up, kind of fast. And I want you to think about using your core, if you could, to move your leg. So, and I'm circling what would be clockwise here. We're going to reverse it in a second. So you're thinking core, core, core. Two more. And then reverse it. And again, that leg is long. Always envision kind of a pencil drawing on the ceiling. It is long. 4, 5. We're doing 8, 6, 7, 8. Hug that knee in. Let it relax. If you want to do just some circles in that hip joint, you can go the other way, keeping it as relaxed as possible. And then extend it all the way down, finding your neutral pelvis. Point the other leg up for our circles. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hug that knee in. If you want to do just some circles here. Good. Now, I want you to think about your roll up. So you can use the strap if you want, but we're going to get back up to a sitting position. So I'm going to set my strap there, taking my strap, looping it in, and then I want to inhale, exhale, find my core to come up, 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 all the way up to sitting. You can let go of your strap now, or we're just using that to get there. We're back on our hands and knees. I tried to give you a little bit of break, but we want to really work on that pelvic mobility here. I want you to think about your sit bones. And we're going to do circles with our pelvis, I want you to envision your tailbone being a pencil. We're using a pencil analogy a lot today. And it's like you're drawing a circle on whatever's behind you. So as I go up, my sit bones spread and I relax my pelvic floor. And then I draw a circle. As I go down, I can feel my core and pelvic floor engage. My sit bones come together. And then I go around and it opens back up. So you're just drawing a circle, feeling that pelvic floor relax and engage. And you're breathing. And just really find as big of a circle as you can, really getting some movement through our pelvis, through our core, through our pelvic floor. One more this direction, and we're going to switch directions. So I'm going to go all the way to the top, and now I'm switching directions. And this one might feel different. Finding that openness and then that engagement. Two more. Good. Now,
We're gonna stay on our hands and knees, and I just want you to do a few cat-cow. So here, as I go into my cat, I'm finding my core and pelvic floor, and then I drop down into my cow, spreading my sit bones, relaxing my core. So here I find that zipping up that core, pelvic floor, rounding, and then relaxing. 3 more. So I'm just helping y'all draw attention to your core and pelvic floor and finding when we should be engaging it, when should we be relaxing it. We need a good balance of both. Last one. All right. We're going to go into just some adductor rocking before we stand up. So find hands and knees, stretch one leg out. I turn just so you could do it in the position you were at, but I like the length of my mat. I'm just rocking into any tightness I have here. Letting that inner thigh go. And switch sides, stretching that leg out, rocking in. Okay, we're going to find our way to standing, and we're going to keep our ball near us, okay? So you're going to take your ball and probably cut off here just a little bit, finding my view here. So you're going to take your ball. If you need to be near a wall or hold on to something for balance, that's great. But you're going to put both heels on the ball and find an upright position. We're just going to do some mini squats, but what we're doing is we're keeping our heels connected. They're actually touching, and I'm finding that lift up through my heels, inner thighs, core and pelvic floor. So I'm getting some engagement while I'm trying to balance on this ball. And we're just gonna squat down, keeping our thighs glued together. As we lift, we're thinking squeeze core and pelvic floor. Drop down, sitting your booty back, trying to keep your balance, and finding that lift. That's 2. We're doing 8. 3. 4, zipping up and in. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Just get rid of your ball. We're just going to do a few roll downs. So standing with your feet just right under your hips. You're going to inhale your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold down towards the floor. Keep some bend in your knee if you need to, but just hang down, getting that nice back body stretch. Breathing into your back ribs here, into your hamstrings and calves. Shake your head, yes. Shake it, no. Keep it relaxed. Slowly roll up, 1 vertebrae at a time. Pushing through your feet, lifting through your core and pelvic floor until you get all the way to the top. Inhale your arms back up. We're gonna go down one more time. Go all the way down. Really hang here. If you wanna rock side to side. Letting it all go. Now push in through your feet as you find that lift up through your legs, up through inner thighs, up through core and pelvic floor, arms all the way up, all the way down. Put your arms around your chest, give yourself a big hug. Thank yourself for doing this little Pilates practice. Just finding some engagement in your pelvic floor. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope there will be more to come for y'all. Thanks.